In Chapel Hill, they love to say if the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tar Heels offense will get the first swing of the game. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. You might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jet.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This defense knew coming into tonight they had to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, and they are wasting no time. They get a sack on the first play of the game.
Got his man down the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So LSU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll try the left side. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
quick touch pass to the receiver. Keeps the legs moving. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Grab near the sticks. It's Slater. Touchdown LSU! What a catch and run for 6.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Snow. They're working that left side. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He's looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in, looking for space. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. Quick with the spin move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, LSU.
Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st.
North Carolina.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Burns. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes matters into their own hands. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. He'll bring it back looking for help. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Breaks the tackle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physical. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. LSU now operating in the red zone. Looking to pass on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! What a grab and go for the score. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner, trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
They'll give it to the back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going up just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Back to throw, it's Snow. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
He's got it down the left. Got a lot of running room. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
on to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a scintillating big play. 83 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, these DBs better stay ready, man. I know you're losing the game by a lot right now, but this offense is still taking shots. So you've got to continue to stay ready and make plays like they were able to do on that last one, forcing the incompletion.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to gotta get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. On target. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, the defense just spent a whole lot of energy, too. That was a long play. That developed and took time, and they were pursuing, and they weren't able to get him initially. So you got dudes huffing.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. No shot at a return. It's out in the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
LSU.
That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Just enough time. Touchdown. The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line.
Yeah, and they got stuffed on 1st and goal, and they said, let's go to Old Faithful. Like, let's get the quarterback under center, run quarterback sneak, make this defense stop me. It's such a hard play to stop, and the offense gets the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And here's the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
The Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Line gets set, first down. With jet sweep pass. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. That's a live ball. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. San Diego State is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Snapdragon Stadium today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UNLV. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intention.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
The return is brought down at the 40, and the LSU offense will take over.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Working the middle. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? Of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Hey, man, they've got a big lead on offense, and they are still taking shots. They are challenging this secondary deep down the field. They barely missed that one.
Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. It's complete to the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
They pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. Wide out in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He caught it!
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the pummeling has started.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Continues to fight for yards. And the returner will be brought down. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, it's Snow. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
Right down. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way at the 20. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. Touchdown LSU! And the route is on.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
North Carolina, 14.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. He's going to throw deep right side. And that pass is intercepted. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect them.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 15. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
He's got his man.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's
just plowing ahead. Touchdown LSU! And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13.
North Carolina, 14.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Coming out with it, it's Burns. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Back to pass, it's Snow. He looks that one in nicely. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success or complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off, but whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
Big first down sack for the defense, brings up second down. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still tough.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And what an awesome response from the defense. You give up a huge play the play before, and what do you come back? You come back and you get pressure on the quarterback, and you get him on the ground before he can make another big play.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Got enough space. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. App State is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. First down for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Still on his feet at the 35. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Give the offensive line tons of credit on that running play. Just working really well as a unit right now. They're being physical. They're getting a lot of push. And you see...
Looking deep down the right side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Well, how about that play call? Third down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but
just destroying his way through the field. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. LSU now operating in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Finds his big tight end.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Go straight ahead. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Burns. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Rich, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
That's caught. It's Montgomery. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next year.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Lofts one deep down the right side. He caught it. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his... And he coughs it up inside the 20. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.